Alright, man, Ticket TV. Here's a reply to my brother Dream Chasing Box's video on LeBron James. Um, First of all, I completely respect my brother's opinion. He put out a great video. This is what the LDBC is all about, Lions Den boxing community. But we talk about a plethora of different topics, different things going on in the world. This happens to be basketball right now. So let's get to it. I'm just gonna go ahead right quick and just summarily break down why so many people are heated with LeBron James, including myself, with his actions. Okay, first, LeBron James is in Cleveland the first time, right? Gets to the NBA Finals. People gave him a pass because they said that he didn't have a good enough team to beat the San Antonio Spurs that first year. Totally understood that. What did the Cavs do? The Cavs did as much as they could possibly do. They tried to convince people. LeBron tried to convince Chris Bosh to go to Cleveland. Chris Bosh did not want to go to Cleveland. He didn't want to go to that climate, and he didn't want to go to that city in Cleveland. Those are the facts. So, what did the staff of the Cavs do? They went and they got Antoine Jameson, who was an all-star. They went and it was still averaging 18 to 20 points. Look at the stats. And was an all-star with LeBron James. What did he do? They went and got Mo Williams. Mo Williams was an all-star when he played with LeBron James as well. They also went and got, he was over the hill, but they went and got Joe Smith. They tried to make moves at that time. They had a young Delonte West who could play at that time. You understand? Before he got into his situations, this, that, and the third, and we all know what happened. Also, they went and got, I said Joe Smith. They went and got Delonte West. They also went and got guys like Jamario Moon. They went and got a whole bunch of guys trying to, they were trying to do as much as they could do. They went and got Wally Zerbiak, shooting threes, a bunch of guys they tried to put around LeBron James. They tried to give him shooters. He had, what's the boy's name who was shooting all the threes? Boobie Gibson, when he was lighting it up, hitting threes at that time. They had Damon Jones with him. All of these people, elite three-point shooters. They surrounded them with snipers. The Cavs were the number one team in the NBA the whole season. They won like 66 games. They were the number one consensus pick, and they were supposed to win the NBA Finals. What happened? They ran into a team who outplayed them in the playoffs that year. The Boston Celtics. Period. Then the next year, or actually the year we was all expecting them to win it, they ran into the Orlando Magic and Dwight Howard, Rashard Lewis, and those guys. But the Cleveland Cavaliers staff tried to do everything they could do to appease the guy. They went and got Ben Wallace to help shore up the defense. Even though Ben Wallace was going towards the end of his career, he still was formidable there as a defensive player. Those last couple of years that he had in Cleveland. Also, what else did they do? They I forgot who else they made that move for. Damn, I'm sure it slipped my mind who else they got. Okay, let's move on from that situation. Okay, so he had a 66 win team. They were leading in the East like 2 or 3 years in a row. They were number one seed going to the playoffs. They failed each time. Okay, we know that. So LeBron James leaves that team and goes and forms a super team. Regardless of how people say it, they formed a super team. They called each other and said, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to put pieces around this. So you got LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. Then you got guys like James Posey, lights out three-point shooters. You got Damon Jones, back when he was one of the top three-point shooters in the NBA. Let's not forget all of this. Then they went and got, who else did they have? That team they had was stacked, man. They had Mike Miller, all of these guys, man. All of these guys on that squad. Went to the NBA Finals, ran their mouths when they were up like 2-1 against the Dallas Mavericks, and ended up losing that series. Came back the next year. Won 2 in a row. What happens? The next year they lose to San Antonio in a record-breaking series where San Antonio won by the biggest margins in NBA final history. What did LeBron do? It was a lot of speculation that LeBron was upset. He had to play a lot of minutes, this, that, and the third. That Dwayne Wade was hurt a lot of games, this, that, and the third. So he jumps ship from that team and says, you know what, I'm going to go back to Cleveland, but let me be able to construct this team. So he has a meeting with Dan Gilbert, tells Dan Gilbert he'll come back if Dan Gilbert opens the wallet and is willing to not have a limit on the budget, which is the problem they're having right now. Dan Gilbert agrees. LeBron James and those, they assembled the whole team they wanted when he went back. It wasn't just him, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love. It was more than that. People got to remember that. Remember the whole squad they had the first year they won the championship. They made the trade and got J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert. Then you found a jewel on the bench in Dellavedova and the boy Timothy Mozgov. Then they were also trying to get, damn, I forget his name, who they was trying to get at that time. Anyways, they had Tristan Thompson. All these people was cool with LeBron. They bought the boy James. Listen, my point is this. LeBron James constructed damn near all of that roster. Everybody that was on that roster that got paid was because LeBron James wanted them there. The Cleveland Cavaliers last year was $54 million over the cap. This year, they're like $27 million over the cap, over the salary cap. You have salary caps in the NBA so that you're holding teams to some kind of equality. You understand? Instead of just piling all the players on one team. But when LeBron said he wanted them to open a checkbook and be relentless and unlimited, that means that once you go over the cap, you got to pay dollar for dollar. So if you spend $27 million over the cap, you got to pay an extra $27 million in luxury tax. And like I said, that first year they did $54 million in the luxury tax. Now let's look at this year, man. So we know what happened last year when they won this, that, and the third. Boom, boom, boom. Now you come back this year. You lose Mozgov, who y'all didn't use last year. You lose Dellavedova, who wasn't a factor last year in the playoffs. And you also lose, he had one good game in the playoffs, Dellavedova, last year. And you also lost Mo Williams, who y'all wasn't using. That was the backup point guard. Now, what happens after that? You reconstruct the team and bring in other pieces. So now LeBron wanted Tristan Thompson to get his 80 plus million. Got him his money. When the Cavs didn't want to pay him that much, when they knew he wasn't worth that much, he wouldn't have got that much nobody else. Then they paid JR. They didn't want to pay JR that. But what did? They paid JR Smith for LeBron because that's what LeBron wanted. Right? Richard Jefferson, come back. Got Richard Jefferson back. Played a big role in the finals last year. Right? Okay. All of those players that's on that team was constructed by LeBron James all the way down the bench to James Jones. Guys that he bought with him from Miami. He's got guys on the coaching staff that he had with him before in Miami. So they did everything to appease this guy. So now when you lose a few games and you say you want to say you're not good enough and they need to do something when you face a little bit of adversity during the regular season? Come on, man. And that's why I keep saying to people, y'all people don't understand LeBron James has had it so easy compared to guys in the West. We bash Carmelo so hard, but Carmelo played half his career in his prime, in his younger days, in the West, which was the toughest conference. He didn't have an easy way to the finals every year. In the East, on the best team. LeBron did. Regardless of what y'all want to think, he did. Them last 6 or 7 years. Not the year he was with Cleveland because he still had competition. He had Boston, Orlando, teams like that. Who was still, Indiana gave you a push, but you never really thought they could get over the hump. So now we bring all this into the fact that LeBron handpicked all of these guys that's on that team right now. Y'all face a little losing streak, and y'all in first place. This is the same thing happened last year. They had the exact same record in the middle of the season last year before they lost these last 2 or 3 games, and they fired David Blatt when they was #1 in the East. So now you're coming to the same time, and here it goes panic mode again. You know you're not going to fire the coach they got now, Tyronn Lue, because he just won the championship last year. But now you're back here again, and they're over the cap, $27 million, and you're going back to the guy telling you need more? After you're the one who put all these guys together, and they just traded and got Kyle Korver for you? Come on, man. Come on, dog. Come on. This is why it's unacceptable what LeBron James is doing. This is why. And this is why people are upset with LeBron James for crying. Because you put all them guys that's on that team right now together. If you didn't want one of them guys to be on that team, they wouldn't have been on that team. So it's your fault. Deal with it. Period. There's nothing else to say about it. Deal with it. It's your fault. That's what it is, man. And that's the reason why people are angry and upset with LeBron James, because he's complaining when he put the roster together. Do you think that the Cleveland Cavaliers would have signed James Jones without LeBron James? Hell no, they wouldn't have signed him, man. Who knows? He might not even in the league. Let's just be honest. Come on, man. Look all the way down that roster of the Cleveland Cavaliers. And y'all tell me one player that's on that roster that wasn't condoned to be on that roster by LeBron James. So now, when you got all the players that you wanted, you wasn't complaining earlier in the season. Y'all catch a couple game, 4, 5, 6 game losing streak, and notice they're losing to all of these teams, the Western Conference teams they're losing to too. You lost to the Hornets the Pelicans without Anthony Davis. Then you lost to the Sacramento Kings. You lost to other teams as well before then. I'm just saying, man, these things happen in the season sometimes. You go through losing streaks. Now, if he needed a backup, like I said before, the reason why I was upset with LeBron is because he came out in public talking about this. Then you got Stephen A. Snitch going on ESPN campaigning for the dude. Well, you need to get him back because you know he'll leave again. He'll leave. And who's not to say that he'll go to the Clippers or this or that? It's absurd, man. And that's something Skip Bayless even said today, that he's hearing rumors that LeBron James still wants to play with Chris Paul, Carmelo, himself, and Dwayne Wade. You tell me. What type of foolishness is that, man? Ticket TV, man. Big ups to Dream Chasing Boxing, man. All right, man. Ticket TV, man. Y'all hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all you guys for helping my channel grow, man. Y'all retweet, my videos, pass my videos on social media, help the word spread, help the channel grow. You can hit me on that Facebook. Y'all see it up there in front of the screen in your face. Or you can hit me on the Twitter. All the links are below in the description box. Also, you can subscribe to my other channel as well. That link is below also. So hit me up. Over here is no buck dancing, no coon.